Okay, hello and welcome to a quick look at Hell is Other Demons. It's a arena-based action platformer shooter, complemented with a few roguelike elements for good measure. It's developed by Cuddle Monsters AB. They are responsible for a couple of previous games, but there doesn't seem to be anything of greater note. Well, at least as far as I can tell. It's published by Congregate Games, which is perhaps a company more well known for its website that used to host free Flash games back in the day. So it's a smaller indie game, as you might expect. And we're going to jump into the game and show you what's about. It's rather simple in principle. It's pretty easy to show and explain. And it's not particularly complex. Frankly. There we go. I just had to fix an audio problem there. Good. Should work now. Awesome. So let's just jump into a level, which is how this game is set up, and show you what it's all about. We are going to just jump into a random one, I believe. And you're going to see just how the game looks. Let's just go into this one, I guess. Sure. So this is your equipment screen. You get to bring a number of things into the game. So there's a few upgrades, an ultimate, and you get a weapon. Now, these weapon costs different things. You have an equipment bar here, I suppose. And the equipment costs different amounts of points, I suppose. And the upgrades also cost points, so perhaps if you have a very expensive weapon, you won't be able to get much in the way of upgrades. Or maybe you can only get a very cheap upgrade. Something similar to that. And the different ultimates will of course cost differently as well. Okay, here we are. So let's shoot shit, because that's what the game is all about. So it's a platformer-ish shooter, platformer shooter, from a sideways perspective. And it's all about killing all these demon bastards without getting hit and murdered in the process. It's really as simple as that. Now you have a few different abilities. One of them is dash, which is that. While dashing, you don't take damage from like shots and stuff, I suppose. So that's nice. Oh, I won without taking damage as well, so that's nice. So that's how the levels works. Yeah. So it's not a side scroller in that you don't actually scroll the level. The level is a arena. So it's a side scroller arena level based or something. Yeah. Which is rather interesting. Now you see that there's a few medals, or I don't know, what do you call those? Achievements, maybe. That you can get on the different levels as well. Then we have these. This is a shop. Here you can buy new weapons, for example. Here's ultimates you can buy from this one. It's a special one. This just increases your inventory size. And then you have a few upgrades as well. So there's max HP, longer dash, some kind of self-explosion thing. Wonderful. That sounds great. This seems pretty decent. Let's get that. And this one sounds interesting as well, or looks interesting. This one will be good if you try to do medals, because one of the medals is not use weapons. You might think that's impossible, but it's actually not, because you can, if you jump on the enemies, they will take damage. Now, I don't know how the heck you're supposed to do that in the higher levels, because that seems incredibly difficult. The higher levels are difficult as they are, but yes. Also, as you see the color shift here, it seems like that will do. It will do that a few times. So here, for example, you have orange, green. This carries over to the levels, so the entire level is in orange and or green. The art style, as you see, is rather unique. Let me just see here. Can we get all of them? Yes, we do. Yeah, but yeah, also that's a thing I could obviously perhaps notice. As I could notice, you could notice. As another thing to note, rather, that you can upgrade. You can get more than one upgrade at the same time, so you can equip multiple things. It's not a problem. That's why you want a big inventory, obviously. Another thing. Options. Initially, or by default, the mouse is disabled. Right? I play with a mouse. I don't play without a mouse. It's simple as that. I think the game might have been designed for a controller. Frankly, I'm not sure, but it may very well be the case. Nevertheless, I don't like controlling with only a keyboard. I do not find that useful. Comfortable. It feels weird. I don't find it particularly conductive to any kind of success for me. There's a few other things you can have here. Look in aim direction. This is a rather important one. If you turn this off, what? Oh, that's odd. Ah, weird. Okay, what the heck did I just do? I think I changed something else as well. Weird. Oh well, I can show you how this works anyways. Did it change color? Am I going insane? Ah yes, by the way, these are you get different color schemes when you like defeat a boss, for example, so you can change those if you want to. Also though, will give you the color scheme which the level is supposed to be in, I believe. And the different levels have different color schemes. Now, yes, okay, I'm hurt already, great. So this is how it works if you don't have any kind of... Yeah, I can't play with that. I have to put that on. As you saw, nothing happened with the screen, right? Bacon bell, essentially. That's what this does. I want the full one there. So this one tilts your screen towards where you aim your mouse, if you use the mouse at least. Which I find very useful, essentially. Now you can double jump in this game, and you can also hold the space bar in order to glide. So the movement in the game is quite apt. You have a lot of movement abilities, and I would not be surprised if there's quite a few upgrades that improves your movement as well. Another thing that's rather interesting... Ow. Yeah, that was dumb. Let's try that one again. Retry. Simple as that. Yeah, so it's an arena. Yeah, it's a level, it's an arena. It's an arena fighter, so you fight in this arena. Simple as that. There's a few other interesting mechanics, such as, for example, the fact that, as you see, you suck in these gems. You don't do that if you fire a weapon, so you have to let go of the fire button to suck the gems in. Which kinda encourages you to not just, well, you know, hold down the fire button, but actually to sometimes perhaps let go of the button. I'm not doing well right now. But that's also because I don't know where they will spawn. which is something you can absolutely learn in this game. The spawns, I'm pretty damn certain, are consistent, and you will as such be able to learn those if you would so please. Okay. It's pretty hectic, though. Now, the art style is interesting. It's kind of reminds me of Metroid and Axiom Verge. A bit of a mix there. I suppose Axiom Verge is probably inspired by Metroid, which was the first one of those because Metroid is older, but yes. Kind of reminds me of those. Yeah, no, it was a red level. I thought so. Freaking odd. Huh. There you go. Flawless, by the way, means you take no damage. No ultimate means use no ultimates. Self-explanatory much. No weapons, again, means that you will have to bounce your enemies, so good luck with that. And there's an infinite mode if you want to do that. The menu has a couple of modes as well, which are not campaign modes. I think it has, for example, a lava mode. I would assume that's just a climber. You climb a tower. I haven't actually tried that one yet, but yeah. So this is another little bit later level, and has a different color scheme. So I guess different areas of the game will have different color schemes, and they also have different enemies as well. Well, slightly different. I have seen different ones at least. Maybe this one has the same actually. But no, these are not present in the... Yeah, so those big, I don't even know what, H.P. Lovecraft looking cosmic horror things, those do not exist in the red levels, or whatever you want to call those. The previous levels. I do not know what they are. It's a pretty interesting art style, and I don't have anything against it in principle, really. I do find it somewhat difficult to see what the heck is going on sometimes, to be completely frank. I do. But, you know, that might as well just be me being pretty bad at the game. But it's not the easiest, clearest, perhaps. Oh, they dropped these, like, freaking splinter things that hurt me. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm so happy with that. I don't like those things. Ow. Yeah. And as you see, there's quite a few different kinds of enemies. So some of them will shoot at you, and some of them will blow up into different damaging splinters, like a splitter grenade, and all sorts of different things. So there you go. I'm gonna I'm gonna show you a orange level as well, because as I said, those have yet another kind of enemy, I suppose. I do find it difficult to see the splinters. I do. As I said, I find it difficult to really kind of see what you're supposed to avoid, and wow, what's okay to touch. I'm sure you get used to it, but still, something to keep in mind. I don't know how it will develop, because I haven't played it to a point where I am comfortable with it entirely, so yeah. It's not my... Ow! Yeah, that was a... Again, I don't fucking get those things. Annoying. Oh, those, yeah, okay. I should actually be able to use my dash there. That's what I should do. Okay. I think really that's my problem. Use my dash now. Still got hit though. Right after I said that, so you know. Take it as you will. Oh, yeah. They are different. I freaking hate those things. Dear Lord, do I hate them? They are freaking awful. Jesus. It's so freaking annoying. Maybe it's just keep the heck away from them. With all you might, I suppose. Avoid him like the plague. That might be a strategy, I suppose. Ow. Damn it. It's going better this time around, at least. You never know. You can always die within a few seconds of this game. If you're not careful. Ow. Shit. Heart. That was necessary. Okay, so at least I made it through. That's good. Yep, cool. So yeah, that's how that one works. Now, that was a difficult one. These are bosses, by the way. This is a boss, and that is a boss. I don't know how that one works. So let's see how it goes. Another level. Now, there's not much else to show you other than this, because it's a very simple game, as I said in the beginning. It's a roguelike, in which you battle enemies in an arena. It's really about as simple as that. It's about as simple as it gets, in a sense. Pretty fun. It's with some fast-paced action. I think it's certainly something that you could get into if you like. If you like the gameplay, you are probably gonna have a great time with this. I do think so. And there's, I mean, there's very little entry. You know, like you just jump into the game. You know, there's no intro. There's no kind of, yeah, well, you have to get into the game. No, it just jumps you right back into it. You know? Launch up the game and jump into the level. Simple as that. I'm gonna do this boss and it's probably gonna do horribly, but I want to at least show you a boss. And I don't know how it will look or be or do, so... You know. But the bosses do look pretty fucking dope, admittedly. Holy shit, what's happening? I'm going to die horribly. Oh, yep, there you go. So yeah, the bosses evolve as well. Look, I am going to die here. There's no question about that, I think. But it's pretty cool to actually manage as well as I did. It's very surprising. Oh! Did I win? No, I didn't. Damn it! That was really close, actually. I did not expect that. And yes, you see the health bar as well, of course. That's a pretty dope-looking weapon. What? Dope-looking creature, isn't it? It's pretty metal. Okay. That didn't go well at all. Never did that attack before, did it? Well, what do I know? I guess we'll see if I'm able to beat this or not. I'm not certain, but we'll see. It is a lot of learning patterns in this game, by the way. Alright, there we go. Bling. Awesome, so I got the diamond. And as you see, you unlock a color scheme as well. So there you go. Apparently, you can also defeat this without weapons and flawless. So there you go. Apparently, you are supposed to deliver these things here. Diamonds, that is. There you go. Not sure what they do yet. Suppose we'll see. Or I'll see if I get to that point where that actually matters. I don't really buy anything there. No. Alright, I was gonna show you one of these as well, right? I think this is gonna be even... look a bit different. Right, this is like metal fabric thing. The kind of industrial world, which is nice. So yeah, there's a bit of variety in the art style, art assets, I suppose. Going quite well. Yeah, so this one obviously is more mechanical in our style. The game controls fine, you know, it's not like sluggish or anything like that. It works fine. I can tell. It's nothing weird. Stable. Has never crashed or anything like that. So that's nice. Always. But yeah, like, the thing with these games is that it can get repetitive, right? And that's the only thing that I can say might be a problem for some people. At the same time, I don't believe it's a particularly excessively long game either. And that's these kind of games are really just ideal for very much a starter game, right? Like for very small indie studios or student projects or something like that. These kind of games are just great. You can get quite a lot of gameplay out of a simple concept and still do it well. That's pretty cool. Let's see what this new weapon is. And then I'm gonna wrap it up because I don't want to show more of the game, honestly. I'm not gonna show you Boomerang. I will not. I refuse. That will be a secret for you. Another jump. Less recoil. It's pretty neat. Yes. There's a lot of weird, obviously, kind of abilities here. Such as shooting down when you're jumping, or whatever. Other ones are rather obvious. Nullifies first hit is quite obvious what I will do. So let's show and look at what that does. Cool. I can double jump, that's correct. But yeah, as to what more to say, there isn't much. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's like a shotgun. Oh, I did not expect that. I thought it'd just be like a spread machine gun, but no, it's like a shotgun. That's pretty cool. That actually adds a bit of value. I was kind of concerned that the game was just gonna have, you know, oh, well, it's a triple machine gun, and this is a double machine gun, and this is a machine gun that fires things in a weird pattern, and this one is doing loops around itself or whatever, you know. But no, it's actually a bit different, such as this one, which like has a reload timer for each shot, as you see that little bar of, don't know what to call it, whatever, over the head of the character. The maybe it's the cocking time, I don't know. Did it change color? No. That's cool. Let's actually... I'm gonna show you one... I'm not sure I can show you this. I'm gonna show you another art style. That's fine, I think. That could be fun. So, gameplay... Screen... No, not screen shake. That's also good. You can turn off screen shake. I actually want to do that or something. Yeah, yes, right. Okay, so purge work. Yeah, so that's the green theme. So if you want to, for example, play the... like factory levels in the toxic green theme style, that you can do that. So that's kind of neat. And you can play things monochrome, as you see here as well, which is kind of neat. I mean, it's basically as a color swap, so you might as well just allow people to do what the heck they want with it and unlock kind of color modes. That's, I don't see why you wouldn't. So that's a pretty smart thing to do, in my opinion. Yeah. Quick, simple, rather fun action. Simple as that. Might be worth a look if you think it looks interesting, but I think that's something that you could almost determine for yourself. Do you like these kinds of games? I mean, it's a certain sort of game, you know? It's rather skill heavy, and it's very much just instant action, you know? This, and it's very focused, right? It is very focused. This is what you do. You know, you're not doing anything else. You shoot enemies in these levels. That's what you will be doing. If you think it looks fun, then that's great. But if you're not, if you don't enjoy that, then I would not possibly recommend that. You know, it is very much a personal preference thing. Let's have a look at this. Let's see if it works how I think it will. Oh, it's like one of those tower ascension things. You actually don't even have a weapon. How bloody wonderful. Okay, that is very difficult. You might not actually want a tilting camera on this even. That might actually be pretty bad. Oh. There you go. That's how that works. Oh, you have a jump ability here, apparently. That's interesting. So yeah. And you have an arcade as well, which I would assume is just... Oh. Okay. Well, it's a beginning character, so I might as well just show you what the hell is going on with that. Oh, this seems interesting. Oh, so the bow is like a sniper, but when you aim with it, it becomes this weird time slow. That's pretty cool, actually. I'm not against that. That's actually pretty neat. Otherwise, you'll obviously be pretty shitty weapon, I assume, so. Interesting. I guess this is probably just a gauntlet or something. I mean, it's not the main mode, but it seems interesting still. It's not bad. You apparently level up, which is interesting. I don't know what I will do for you. But I mean, I would have to assume it's some kind of score attack of some sort. As in, you know, get as far as possible. You have a score multiplier there as well. Okay, level up will do. Oh. Oh, really? I'm just gonna pick that because I don't intend to try and get as far as possible, really. I just wanted to show you what it was all about, but... Well, this is weird, okay. Huh. Also, let's go back to the default theme, because that's more exciting than having the same one all the time. Also, yeah, obviously this is factory level, so you know, that's the art you'll get. It's the orange stuff. My biggest concern with it, quite frankly, is just that it's gonna be repetitive. Sure, why not? And I think that's what's gonna happen for me, because well, I have a lot of games that I want to try, and well, fast-paced arena shooting platformers is not my style. I'm not incredibly into platformers, and I'm not incredibly into score attack games either, for that matter. Oh dear, those just exploded. It's crazy, that's awesome. And as I said, the art style it makes it somewhat difficult for me to see. Again, that's might be a personal preference thing, I don't know. I might be the only one that find the art style even the slightest bit bothersome, not bothersome, unclear, I guess. Visually unclear. But I don't know, maybe that's a common complaint, what do I know? Or maybe that will be a common complaint, or something that others will have a problem with as well, I do not know. All I can say is how it works for me, and I find it somewhat difficult. It's not excessive, and it's not... It's more due to the style of the art as opposed to, like, being bad. I mean, it's like what... The art is pretty good, stylistically, and it's not poorly made for how it looks, you know? But if you have a hard time perhaps seeing with this sort of art style, then that's gonna be a problem with you, however good it is. You know? It might just be inevitable. Who knows? Otherwise, it's a pretty good choice of art style, considering it's a art style which doesn't require a lot of graphical fidelity. Doesn't necessarily mean it's easy to make it, but it's possible to make it for a smaller team, while something like, well, you know, I don't know, Watch Dogs wouldn't be possible. A AAA... I have never been in this place before. Oh, that's another art color, I guess. There you go. This is going better than it should, honestly. I feel like this character might be a little bit OP, but whatever. I'm not gonna complain. Let's show you that. So that's the ultimate of this character. That big thing. Ball of, I don't know, dark hole or whatever he shot. The music is fine, by the way. I don't have anything against it, really. I don't know. Fine, sure, why not? I mean, this bow doesn't have the recoil anyway, so whatever. It's like techno music or something. It would seem. It's not particularly my style, but I have nothing against it either, for that matter. It's rather energetic, you know? It's nice in that sense. Oh, yeah, there we go. Holy crap, that was a lot of different color themes. I just unlocked that. We'll exit to the menu and he's gonna see if that was... Yeah, so that's a lot of different ones. There you go. I don't know how long the game is, but yeah, it's a decent amount of fun. It might be a bit repetitive after a while. I can see that being a bit of a problem, but otherwise it's pretty simple, dumb fun, honestly. But it isn't easy. It's fun and dumb in the way that it's very much action focused with little tactical thoughts, but it doesn't mean it has no skill. It absolutely does have some skill required. But yeah, it's not bad necessarily if this is what you're looking for, but again, it's also a very specific kind of game. And if you don't like the core gameplay loop, then you are not going to have a good time with it. I can almost guarantee that much. So yeah. Because there's not going to be anything out of this, right? It is very simple concept that it executed rather well. I have to say though, personally, I prefer side-scrollers where you know, go through a level as opposed to just fight an arena. That's my preference. So I don't know if it's entirely for me, to be completely honest, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't be for you. Depends what you value, very much so. And if the most important thing for you is to just shoot a lot of enemies, then perhaps this is even better, because, well, there isn't much downtime, is there? Jump into the level and shoot. You know, it's consistently spawning enemies. You don't have to wait around or look around for enemies, but you also don't have things like secrets and weird, interesting, perhaps stories in the levels, so to speak. You can't really deliver a story in an arena as well as you can in a level. That's it though. I don't think there's much else to show, so this has been a quick look at Hell is Other Demons. Because English. Maybe I'll see you next time. Farewell.